What's up, everybody? I'm Nadia, and I am back with another Married at First Sight, baby. So, I hope you guys have had a good day. I've had a rather busy day. The weather has been kind of crazy, but it's been okay so far. Not as bad as, and I send all prayers out to the people in Texas and some of the other neighboring states that may be going through a tough time right now because of the weather. However, let's get into the Married at First Sight. All right. So, I like to start out with the unfiltered portion, okay? So I caught a little bit of the unfiltered portion this time. First I caught it was Virginia. It was, what's the other girl name? Brianna, and it was Paige, and they were sitting there, and again, Paige just had this like blank stare on her face, and Brianna had a chipper look about her, and so did Virginia. And she didn't look happy. I'm gonna keep it a buck. She didn't look happy. She didn't look happy one bit to me. And then, it was kind of cute how Brianna was like, I made the first move. Okay, who gonna check me on it? I made the first move. move. Oh, and then it got to where the host asked Paige, like, what's keeping you guys together? Like, what is it for you? And Paige was just like, oh, Jesus is keeping us. And I'm like, girl, don't pin this on Jesus. Don't pin this on the man. Please don't. Please don't. This is all you guys doing at this point. This ain't got nothing to do with him. It got a little bit, but this is you guys' decision. He give us free will, honey, and she is, by the looks of things, she is deciding to stay with this man for whatever reason, whatever void. I don't know what it is giving her, what is fulfilling her. I don't know if it's even for fulfilling her at all, but she's staying for some reason. My question to Paige is, how much grace are you going to give Chris? That's a good question for her. Like, how much is too much? What is your point to where you're like, you know what? This isn't serving me. So this is it. This is where I draw the line. That's what I want to know about Paige and Chris. Okay, so we get to the portion where the ladies are at the bar and the men are hanging out at the casino portion. They stand down at the Mandalay Bay in Vegas on their honeymoon. So Eric, he is just drinking like a fish. And you know what? When I saw how much he was drinking, I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to say shit else about Virginia. I'm not going to say nothing else about sis, because he's just as bad. He hide behind this, oh, I'm older thing, but no, you drinking just as much as her. And that's just what it is. You can see it. Like, they're sitting there as all the men, they're sitting there having a conversation about their relationships, and he could barely get a word out. I mean, just stumbling over his words, just spaced out. Like, dude. Dude. I just found that so funny, y'all. That was so funny to me. And then, like, the girls, Clara was, they started talking about their relationships. And again, like, I really like Clara. I think that she knows exactly what she wants. I said this in the last video. However, I think I feel like most of them, they're in this situation because they want it to work really, 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 really bad. And she was just feeding this thing to the lady saying, oh, we have so much in common. We really don't have any hiccups. And I'm like, y'all really are very different. Y'all really, to me, like I said, I'm not, in a bed with them. So I don't know exactly what type of conversations in depth that they have. But from what we see on TV, religion wise, they don't really agree with, he likes a woman that's, not as vocal as her, but that's the type of woman that you ended up with. And Ryan, he give me judgy. He give me judgy vibes. He does. He just does to me. It ain't cute to me. It ain't cute. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. She feel like she can express herself. She can't be vocal about the things that she feel. Now, granted, everybody need to have boundaries about how vocal, and you need to articulate yourself. But sometimes it just don't come easy for some people. And it's a part of a relationship is growing, and a part of a relationship is figuring out, how do I communicate in which a way that my partner will receive me. So I get that part and what he was talking about. However, sometimes you just mad. Sometimes you just got to say some shit. Sometimes you just got to get off your chest. And that's just being real. That's just a real relationship in whatever stage that you're in. So the fact that he's not giving her any grace, it's like, nobody's perfect, Ryan. Nobody's perfect. So anyway, Eric, when all the guys were there and, Chris was there, he was drunk, but he was not lying. He was not giving Eric was not giving Chris bad advice. However, I could see how someone would get defensive because, like, look, dude, I really don't know you like that. And you putting your little 2-3 cents in my business. Like, I get it. I'm not a Chris fan by no means. So let's not get that twisted. However, it is, it could be a bit much when, somebody you don't know, they got all this to say about how you should be moving, what you should be, they just don't know. They don't know the real deal of it. So that's why it's good to just kind of mind your business. Period. Just mind your business at the end of the day. What's so funny is Chris, he knows what it takes to nurture a healthy relationship. He just don't put it to action. He just doesn't put it to action. And it's just like, when you know better, you supposed to do better, right? I thought that's how it went. I'm pretty sure I thought that's how it go. So there was a portion where Chris and Paige, and they were talking about Paige's dog. So, I get everybody not animal people. Me personally, I'm not an animal person. I'm just not. However, it was a bigger picture here when they had that conversation. I felt like Chris, that was just a small situation for a bigger picture here. He didn't really want to compromise on anything. But then again, I feel like none of the couples are seeming to do too much compromising. And to be honest, if you want to be in a healthy, long-lasting relationship, marriage, you have to compromise. You got to know when to fold them and when to hold them. Like, you just do, and learning how to pick your battles. So I feel like I'm not going to single Paige and Chris out on that. I feel like all of the couples are in the midst of going through that. Brianna and Vince get into their first little tiff, and it's a little interesting to see. I kind of feel like it looks like she can be a little nitpicky. However, I didn't feel like it was that deep. It was that serious for him to get that freaking upset about it. So he felt her assertiveness was disrespect. But however, I feel like in that moment, they had a healthy moment where it was healthy communication on, okay, look, you made me feel this way. Okay, you made me feel this way. I don't want you to make me feel that way again. Or this is my trigger. Like, this is what I do not receive very well. So I felt like they did a very good job of communicating that to one another. Now, in the previews, it looked like they was right back around at that same issue. So I don't know how well they communicated. It didn't look like they communicated that well at all. But we'll see. Okay, so this part right here. That damn Chris. That damn Chris. Let me tell y'all something. All right. So anyway, he was outside. You know, they had some like outside festivity, and it was Virginia and Claire out, and they were just talking to him. Okay, so I want to put this out here too. Like, yes, you can get defensive about a stranger or somebody not knowing you speaking on your relationship. However, this is a TV show with a whole production crew, and they set up these things, they set up these exercises and these events for you guys to mingle and for you guys to create some type of bond or brotherhood or sisterhood, because it's very likely that you're not going to come across anybody that's going to get married and go through this process the same way, other than those people that you're around. So for him to act like it's just so out of the blue that somebody got something to say about Paige and Paige and, you know, Chris's relationship, it's like mind-boggling to me. And I'm like, you on a whole show where everybody know your damn business. Like, are we not on this? Like, what? You know? So again, I felt like that was just the insecurity hopping out. Just very insecure about the whole situation and embarrassed and just, you know, lashing out at anybody that got anything to say about it. And to be honest, it's a red flag, at least for me, because I'm like, okay, look, this brother, he does not know how to receive constructive criticism. Now, with that being said, I gotta be fair. I will say that Virginia was overstepping, because, you know, I kind of agree with Clara. Like, you know, this person is off the chain. You know, this person has no boundaries. Don't argue with a fool, period. Especially not about their business. I'm not about to argue with nobody about their business. So she was overstepping, and I'm not going to look over that. It just is what it is. She was doing that. So how he handled it, though, as a man, it was very poorly. It was very disgusting. Like, I cannot stand for a grown man to talk at a woman like that, especially a woman that, you know, you're not intimate in that way with, like, you don't have that type of bond with. Not to say that it's okay when you are. However, it's so disgusting how he addressed her and how he handled that situation. And, you know, later on, he apologized for it. However, I don't be believing shit he got to say. Like, he just be saying it because it sound good. It feel good. It pacified the situation in that moment. And he know that that's what Paige want to hear. He know already he done clocked sis. Already he know what's gonna work for her and what's not gonna work for her. He know, okay, if I say this, oh, I got sis, I got her, she gonna eat it up. And she do. She be sitting there smiling like a Chester cat every time he do some fucked up shit. And then he turn around and be like, baby, I'm sorry. You know, I didn't mean that. And, you know, I really knew better. That's not me. No, that is you. That is who you are. That is a piece of you. Otherwise, it would not have shown up if that was not you. And it's okay. It's like okay for her. Like, it's like, okay, well, at least he did that. Taking the bare minimum. See, I'm not going to get riled up. I'm not going to get riled up about this Paige and Chris situation, because at this point, she know exactly what type of situation that she is in. She is well aware of the situation that she's in, and she is choosing to stay. I don't know whether it's because of an insecurity of hers. I don't know if it's just she just that deep in the Lord to where she feel like, you know, I'm going to work this out and give this man this type of grace. Or I don't know if it's just because of TV. let's keep it a bug. Nobody want to just leave a TV show early and everybody there. You come in with a group of people. You don't want to be the one to leave. So I think that's kind of why, to be honest, why both of them stand true T. That's if we want to really take it there and go there. That's why both of them there. At the table, when they all, at the end of the day, again, I kind of talked about Chris trying to apologize to everybody, and nobody, I didn't really feel like it was genuine. I don't feel like nobody else at the table felt like it was genuine. And here come Virginia and Eric rolling up late again. And they missed the whole party. Like, they missed the whole shebang. They missed the whole apology. But I felt like he was already on edge with old girl, with Virginia beforehand. And just, kind of, it was an ego thing going on for what I could see. Like, Chris was being very egotistical there. And I feel like Eric was being very egotistical too in that moment. Because he got there and was like, okay, I'm not gonna stand for, now mind you, you need to stand up for your wife. You need to make sure that don't nobody cross boundaries and disrespect your wife. But the way he did it, it was in the energy of like, I'm only doing this because I feel like I gotta say something at this point. I got to, because this girl probably done ran back to the room and was like, you know what happened? You know what Chris did? Or you know what? That whole situation. But, Chris getting up, wanting to fight him and, wanting to throw balls. I'm like, is it really that serious? Like, it's not that deep. It's not that deep at all. And I don't know. He does not know how to take accountability. He doesn't know how to take accountability. And then when he somewhat tries to, it's just like, okay, the damage kind of already done. Like, what we doing? Like, how do we go back? How do we go back? Let's get to Haley. She don't want to be there. Haley don't want to be there. I don't feel like she liked the guy she's paired with. I don't feel like it's any chemistry between them. They're forcing it as well. They're forcing it. He going into it. And then the thing is, they had a whole conversation and she was just talking about, it takes me a while to warm up. Okay, that's cool. It takes you a while to warm up. However, at this point, for what y'all doing, and you done slept with the man, because they definitely insinuated. She said, it looked like she was just like, you know what, I'm married now. I'm in the moment. I done had a few drinks. Let's get it popping. I might as well go ahead and sleep with him. He is my husband. That's what she said. I was just like, so you really don't want this man. You really don't want this man. And I'm just waiting for her to be honest about it. Let's be honest, it ain't clicking. It ain't clicking. I'm not feeling him. And I really don't think much going to change from that, to be honest. So, anyway, Chris and Paige, they're back in the room, and he just talking about, again, his whole situation with his ex-fiance being pregnant. And he talking about he's still in love with her and how they was, considering figuring things out. And Paige is just sitting there. Like, to be honest, most of the time when he be going back and forth with his bullshit, she just be sitting there quiet, I don't know whether she's just analyzing it or observing or trying to figure out what she's going to say. But in that moment, she was kind of like, hold on, this is where I draw the line. She finally spoke up. And I'm like, wow, there go that backbone. There it go. Nobody said you had to be arguing somebody down now. Nobody said she had to be doing that. However, speak up, sis. Set your boundaries. Tell this nigga, hey, I'm not going to be dealing with this. Like, this is not what I signed up for. Make it clear and plain as day. And it's taken her these many days to do this. But it was all negated anyway, because after all he said, he considering going back to, his ex. All he had to say was, oh, I fell in love with you spiritually. For her to be smiling again and act like, oh, this is worth working through. That's all it took. Is that all it took? And you got to be careful about people who love throwing up that, oh, you spiritual, this spirituality woke shit, because he was being very manipulative in that moment. And I don't understand how somebody who is that new in a relationship really can't see that that's what's going on. Now I can see if you deep in it, you knee deep in a situation, and you might have your rose colored glasses on and and not be able to see. However, this is new. This is new. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see the next episode. The couples are finally moving in together, and shit ain't looking too tough for anybody. So y'all drop down in the comments and let me know, like, what y'all think about this episode. What y'all think? Because at this point, I feel like it's not enough. We can't. It's not enough to rally y'all behind Paige at this point, because she know exactly what she's facing. She know exactly what she into. She do. So y'all go ahead, drop down in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about tonight's episode. Go ahead and like this video for me, and share this video. And thank you guys for tuning in again, y'all. This show, it was good. It was good again. This is a very consistently good season out. It's a lot of bullshit in this season, but it makes for good TV, and we not gonna front on Lifetime with that. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good day, and don't be afraid to let your girl know what's going on. What y'all think. All right. Until next time. Bye.